A very good morning, Johnny Nelson. Johnny, morning.
Morning, Johnny.
Morning, Johnny.
Harry, I've missed that sexy voice. Nothing against you, Trevor. Oh, Jonathan, but your voice does it for me, kiddo. Morning.
Can't wait for this, Johnny. Let's straight to the chase. How does AJ beat him? I heard Tyson talking about body shots. That's how you stop him. What do you reckon? How does he beat him, Johnny?
Well, Tyson Fury has probably shown the way. Look at his rise and his success and how he's gone about it, regardless if you like it or not. AJ has to go in there and totally bully Oleksandr Usyk. Throwing the kitchen sink at somebody is just, how do you do that? So what you mean by that is you've got to manhandle him, you've got to invade his personal space, you've got to push him on the back of the shoulder and put him off balance, make him work at a pace he doesn't want to work at. And I don't mean just run in there, because if AJ runs in there, he's getting knocked out. He's got to go close to the point of the referee pulling him to tell him to behave himself. He's got to create unorthodox situations in the ring where he can't second guess a shot he's going to throw, because we saw last time when he did that, he didn't get the shot because he second guessed and thought, shall I? Usyk had moved, so AJ wasn't throwing any shots. As soon as he sees the shots, he's got to take it, and as soon as he takes the shot, push him off balance, and then follow him down. In doing that, the second you see Usyk complain to the referee, that's when you're not working.
To him, yeah.
Usyk's got an amazing poker face. And if you watch the last fight, no matter what, there was no expression on his face, no smile, no frown, no nothing. Then when the fight was over, he burst out in tears. So this guy, it shows this guy is human. This guy's thinking, you know what, this means a lot to me, but I've got to keep it together. And he's very cool under pressure, but his cool can be broken. But AJ's got to really believe and fight, as Buddy as they say, fight like a big guy, bully like a big guy. This is the time where you're going to turn into a bull in the schoolyard.
The weigh-in's going to be interesting, guys, isn't it, Johnny? You know, just to see how much he's beefed up Usyk. You know, what do you reckon? Yeah. He looks bigger. He looks much bigger, John.
I think Usyk will probably weigh very close, a lot closer than he did the last time, because AJ slimmed down a hell of a lot, whereas Usyk looks like he's bulked up. So don't be surprised if they're very similar in weight. Now, that tells me Usyk's put weight on because he wants to be able to hold his own with AJ and probably try and stop him, because he doesn't have to change anything, because what happened in the last fight worked, apart from he didn't put the pressure on earlier. So now he's probably going to try and do what he did with Tony Bellew, put him under pressure, make him work at a pace that he's not comfortable with. And for AJ's thinking, right, I need to get in there and get this guy out.
Yeah.
Do not be surprised if this is a 6-round blast out, because this is the gamble bolt that he's got to take. AJ has to take this because he can't let this go the distance again. You know, Derek said he'd be heartbroken if this went the distance. This is the last thing he wants. This is going to be a 6-round blast out. It's a gamble. It's a big gamble. But what else is there?
Johnny, I've got to ask you about his trainer, Robert Garcia. What would he have changed? Would he have said exactly what you're saying? Like, you've got to go out there, you've got to be, you know, he's probably watched Usyk and said, look, if you start boxing him, as the rounds go on, he's going to get stronger and stronger. I know he's put a bit of weight on, or a lot heavier, and maybe that go against Usyk in the 10th and 11th round. But certainly Garcia has got to play a key role in it, in his corner.
I've said before, and you'll hear me say it again, Anthony Joshua can win this fight. The devil's in the detail. If he can execute the game plan, which is keep him under pressure, let the shots go, don't second guess the shots. Garcia will be telling him all of that. Make sure you're in tight, aim for the chest, aim for the middle, push and bullet. If he sticks to the game plan, he gets the win. So Garcia's job is to get that in AJ's head to say, look, if you want this, if you want it enough, listen to what I'm saying. The devil's in the detail. If he doesn't do that and he deviates away from the plan, he loses. And so that it's a mind job more than anything else, because we know he's got the physical attributes. We know he's got the punch power. We know he's got everything asked of him. But as a fight itself, where it stands, if AJ pulls this off against Usyk, you look at his resume, amateur and professional, this is the best win for any Brit abroad, because he's up against a live opponent that's done it all. That's unified the cruiserweight title, stepped up to heavyweight. He's done it all. This is probably one of the best overseas wins by a Brit to come I'd put it alongside, I don't know, someone like Honey in the Headset.
Ken Buchanan?
Curry. Yeah, there you go. Because you'd think to yourself, this is a tough ask. It is a tough ask.
Johnny, I'm just looking at all the details you've spoke about there. You know, Anthony Joshua changing his game plan. You know, Usyk, could he gas because he's a lot bigger, lack of mobility, maybe slow with his punches. Usyk has got the hope of the nation on his shoulders. They are looking at him in hope. He's got the rights of the kingdom to let it air free for everyone to watch. Has Anthony Joshua got the mentality to go in there and die because he's coming from a war-torn area? Has Anthony Joshua got the mentality? Because that's all that matters to me. If he's got the mentality to go in there prepared to die, he's got a chance to win.
Trev, I hear what you're saying. I totally agree with you. You're in the ring with two men. The hardest people to fight are people that are not motivated by money, because you don't know why they would do such a mad sport. Usyk is a very patriotic individual. When he boxed AJ the last time, I went in the dressing room, the national anthem was playing, the flag was on the wall, he was laid there meditating, nobody dared go close to him. The boxing is a step in Usyk's life. He's very much, when he came in the day before yesterday, in the authentic warrior gear of the Ukraine, the hairstyle and everything, it's about, historically, his country and his countrymen. What is going on in Ukraine now? This is his drive. So he is willing to put, and you shouldn't say this in boxing, but he is willing to put his life on the line for this fight because he wants to send a message out to the rest of the world about what's happening, who he is. He's a proud man. Anthony Joshua needs to drum up that kind of passion. He is not driven by dough. He is driven by legacy. So Anthony Joshua's legacy drive against Usyk's patriotic drive are going to clash like a volcano and a tornado. And it's who wants it the most, whose mindset is strong enough the most, who is willing to put it all on the line the most. And that's where it's at.
Johnny,
his head's got to be right.
Johnny, one last one. AJ says, I'm the comeback king. But my question to you, Johnny, if it doesn't happen and Usyk wins the fight, where does AJ go from there?
I know what you're doing. You're going to get me in trouble again. This has got me in trouble all week. I know exactly what you're doing. and I stick to it.
As Roy Orbison said, it's over, is it?
But you've got to look at it. For Anthony Joshua, and I keep saying, he's not a backing dancer. He's not a gatekeeper. He's not one of those guys that's just going to begin to make the numbers. He goes there with a drive to be the best. And I believe if he can't be the best, if he knows as a man in the division that he just can't get past, he's going to think, where's your drive to put yourself in 3-month training camp? Where's your drive to rinse yourself to think this is hard work? Because the criticism, it does hurt. I do believe Anthony Joshua would consider his career again. But I'm not saying he'll retire. But I'm saying he'd seriously think about where he goes in his career. And it wouldn't surprise me if he walked away. There are big fights there against Tyson Fury, against Deontay Wilder. But these fights have been so close to being made and not being made. I think they're the only things that get him out of bed. The rest of them, I just can't see him being interested.
Well battered away, Johnny. Thank you.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.